welcome to a new Ameyaw Meet, and I'm with 6'4", and when you hear the name, it gives you an idea how tall he is, right? Yeah. I've been following him for years now online, and this is the first time I'm getting to meet him personally, and here in Ghana. So 6'4", what brought you to Ghana exactly?
Man, well, thankfully you asked, because I just want to make it clear. I didn't just come for the diaspora. I've been coming since I couldn't even feed myself, you know. But the last 2 years were premeditated, you know. I have a love for music, always did, and my people too. And noticing the strength of the Afro beats coming across the waters and even entering the States, and now even on rotation of radio. And I was like, you know what? I need to get to it also before it's, you know, I got someone from outside trying to tell me what's going on at home, you know? So that, and also experience the whole Christmas and our people. And so experiencing it was crazy. This year, oh my gosh, no sleep, none, no sleep.
And I also saw that you had the Sotum concert with
Medical.
This is your first time performing in Ghana?
Yeah, that was my first time. So I actually performed probably 3 times already now, and you know who it is. Shout out to Medical, you heard? AMG. Yeah, we said the Sotum show. One day we became friends. He was a fan of I was a fan of his, and we used social media to contact each other. And he told me one day, like, yo, I'm coming to America. Like, I'm like, let's link. So one day we did. The day we met, that was it. Then he had to go to Miami. I was like, I'll fly to Miami. And then so we just had a great time. But he's been a blessing, you know. So he had the Sotum show, and I was like, yo, what if I could get out there? Could I perform? He asked me, why not? We off to Ghana, you know. So then that experience was crazy, just watching how they treat him in his hometown, and the amount of people and the way they embraced me too. My grandmother actually has a home in Sotum too, so they don't know that yet though. Yeah.
I mean, what was the reaction? Because most of them would not know your music.
Right,
yeah,
right.
Music hasn't traveled that far.
Right.
Yeah.
So
what was the reaction like?
Which was shocking to me, because I performed many times in the States. Or as an artist, I understand when you're not known and then you're performing to not only unknown fans but someone else's fans too. There's difficulty in that, but. Man, the way they treated me, and then, you know, you see them here, and then, you know, good music is good music, period. You know what I'm saying? So it went really well. As you can see, there's video footage of actual reaction and engagement. So once I saw that, I'm like, nah, I'm coming.
And which other shows did you perform on?
I did the Sotum show, and then also he had me come out of Afro Nation. So that was another huge show, which was another crazy show too, you know. So it was great, man. So I figured, you know, after I learned one thing I want to fix on, my music is superb already, but I've got to work on my dance steps.
Yeah.
I gotta.
Well, you know what they say about top people and dancing. We look like
yeah, but
you can't blame the 6
whatever,
man. So let's talk about your music. Like we said, people don't really know much back here at home. Let's take them to the journey. How did it start? Okay. What kind of music do you do?
So I was raised in New Jersey, New York area. So hip hop is a part of life, you know, very influential around the world, as you know. So I got into it in high school. I used to see how kids would do it, and it would control the crowd. And I took a liking to it, so I used to try myself, and I saw how people reacted, and my God-given ability to grab attention from people and all. And I love to be respected for my craft, so I just kept putting in the consistency on getting better and better. So when I was 17, I wound up getting offered an independent contract. So that's when I knew I really had the potential. So from then on, I've been doing music, but I never put it first, you know. Being African child, you know, education's #1. So many would quit and just pursue the dream. But I was like, you know what? Let me go to school. So I wound up going to college. I played basketball in college. But after going into the 3rd year, I was like, I'm not going to the league. So I'm going to, you know, finish what I have to do so that, you know, we can repay mom. So let me just get this degree for her and get her out the way, you know. So I wound up finishing. Took me some time, but I finished, and then kept going at music. So I always loved music. It just always obstacles were in my way. I had a right-hand man that was a partner. He wound up getting murdered, so that was in the way. I had my son. So, but now things have changed. God he's just faithful, you know. So
good. And in terms of the music, how far up have you been in terms of maybe EPs along the years?
I got one coming up now, but the music's so good that I'm even thinking from just a short EP to the actual LP, you know. So but we'll find out soon. I'm actually getting ready to release my first single in the next few weeks. It's called Love You Baby. It's the Afrobeat hip hop infusion. I'll definitely get it to you ASAP, you know. And it's just enjoyable. You know, we just have a vibe that is incomparable, you know. So the music is sounding great, and that's another influence with medical. When we came, I was all hip hop. And I was like, you know what? Let's make this happen. We did a record, and the first one is just crazy. And then so I just kept going. You know.
How many did you do with him?
With him, me and Medical, we got like 2 or 3. We got one really big one that wound up coming after.
Watch out for that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You even have to watch out for it. You have no other choice. It's gonna come to you. For real.
Great. And did you work with any other artists while you're here?
I've networked with many. So there were, you know. We were trying to get in studios, but we were so influenced by partying too. Meeting. I met a couple people. I met UG Official, who comes back and forth. I met Darko Vibes. I've met Killer Beats. You know what I mean. I've met Qualms and Flavor. I've met, you know, all types. I've seen Shatta on and I seen Shatta's influence here too. Like,
cool. And I mean, you mentioned it quite a bit in your introduction, how Afrobeat is sort of growing. Being in the States over the period and seeing it now, what do you think made it different now, and where do you see it going, and how should we, especially those here in Ghana, tap into that?
Honestly, for you guys, it's been what it's been for some years now, but I feel like it really made a big breakthrough last year. Like one of the popular records, Joanna, Afrobeat, and Burna Boy, like those are like big in the States. So you're seeing it, and then actually being out in the clubs and seeing how hip hop records will come on, but then an Afrobeat record come on and no one knows what they're saying, but they're having a good time. I'm like, wow, like that's serious, you know. So with that being said, I think what's going on for it's still growing, because now a lot of our African artists are collabing with the States, and the States always want to, everybody's always trying to do something new and better. So I think we're in a position where it's still just growing and growing, you know. So, and I love it because, you know, we stick together in a way. I don't even see it to be competition, because it's like the Olympics. We all wearing the same flag, you know what I mean? So, because it won't take one. It's all that we do collectively that is going to be infectious, you know? So everybody who's traveled abroad and came to Ghana and then left, those numbers is what's going to go back and tell everybody and then bring the numbers back. So that's how it goes, man. And you know us. We just like a good time, you know? Like...
And I mean, you went to Afro Nation or Afrochella? You did both?
I did Afro Nation.
Afro Nation. And what do you think about such platform? Because you would realize that even before it started, a lot of people in the States were looking forward to coming to experience it. Do we need more of such events? What's the future? Because I've attended some few festivals in the States, and I was sort of campaigning for more inclusion of our artists on there. But do you see us also hosting and making it attractive for them to come all the way to experience it?
I think it's at a point where if Americans do what they want to do and we follow them, we can do what we do, and then because that's where it's at now. You know, we didn't ask for them to be our listeners. Now they caught on, and now Afrobeats is infectious. So I think we need to just continue doing what we do, and anybody want to come with us, we open arms. You know, you know. But you can't. Once again, you can't undeny great music. You know, and then with social media, it's easier for it to be heard. You know, so.
I mean, I've been seeing you do your music, you do a little media stuff. What should we look out for from you?
Well, the project, the single for sure, and I'll be back and forth here a lot. I'm even having dreams of moving here, you know. So, but whatever makes sense. But I have that a whole lot of media runs going on from the States to here. So definitely just tune in. 6'4". I always have stuff for people to be entertained with. If I don't have music, I have my personality for you, you know, all that.
So why didn't you do the basketball?
Oh man, you want the truth?
Yeah.
I'm an honest person. I wasn't going to the league, you know, so I'm like, yeah, nah, I wasn't going to the league. I didn't think I could go to the league if I'm on the bench too long, you know, so nah, I gave it up. But in all honesty, my passion was too strong in music. I even had a little recording set up in my dorm room, and I'm like, nah, yeah.
All right, bro. We keep an eye out
yes,
to
thank
see
you.
all the progress.
You already know. Thank you. 6FO. Follow me on IG, Twitter. I'm here with my big bro who brought me up here. I'm very appreciative, man.
Pleasure.
Thank you.